As crazy as it sounds, this one mindset shift started bringing me tons of money. And inside of my coaching app, right, Most Won't We Will, we started a 90-day challenge. And the reason why we started the 90-day challenge is to talk about mindset, and because this is what people generally do. So not only did I apply this, but when other people started to apply it, they started seeing results. Like one lady, within a matter of a few days, she started having she had a $900 sale because things pivoted, right? So what is this shift? Now, I'm going to give it to you, but you're going to kind of like be like, oh, really? I already knew that. But you're not doing it. And this is what I'm talking about, okay? I stopped focusing on the fact that things were going wrong, and I started focusing on just the process and believing that everything was happening already. Here's what I mean by that. A lot of us, so you got one type of crowd that will say, hey, give me the process to follow so that way I can follow the process and I can see money, right? And so they get the process, but they don't do it every day, right? They don't stay consistent with it. And so therefore, whatever, right? So then they want to go and cry or whatever. And then you call them out on their shit. Like, well, you haven't been going. It's kind of like the person that says, I want to lose weight, but you go to the gym maybe once, you know what I mean? A week, right? Or you don't really do your diet or whatever, right? And it's like, duh, you're not losing weight because you're not following through, right? Okay, but then you got another crowd that will sit there and learn the process and will actually start to apply the process. But due to being impatient or coming from this place of lack, they do the process, but then they feel like they are missing something. And when you say that to your mind wants to answer you. So your mind just says, okay, let's go look for it, right? Instead of saying, how can I do this process better? How can I stay focused with this process and tweak it, right? It's let me go look for something different because this isn't working. And then you got those same people still doing the process, but because their mind isn't going that way and they're going everywhere else, right? Like the energy and the intention behind the process is not working. And the whole time they're really watching other people, they're comparing, they're buying course after course after course, they're buying multiple different processes. They are following countless people, trying to listen to all kinds of advice, and they're falling gullible to all this stuff just because they told their mind that they're missing something. So the mind is like, okay, well, let's go through trial and error and grab all these things to see what I'm missing. And that's why, like, sometimes you'll buy the programs, sometimes you buy the courses, sometimes you buy the coaching. Like, you can even get a coaching from me. And you know what? You kind of say in the back of your mind, I already knew that. Well, the reason why you already knew it is because you probably heard it before, but you stopped paying attention. You stopped going this direction, right? And this is what I mean by that. I do respect the fact that some people do need to make tweaks in their process, right? But there's other people that I had this lady where she was doing the process and she was like, yo, give me the right process so I can see the money, man. Just tell me what to do and I got this. And I looked, I said, okay, well, you're making these videos. She's like, yeah. I was like, you doing this? Yeah. You doing this? I was like, she was like, yeah. I was like, so you got the process down. I was like, so when are you going to give yourself permission to be great? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, you fucking haven't given yourself permission to go out there and to be good. You keep telling yourself, I don't have a result yet, so therefore I'm failing, but you're not seeing the other results where you're getting comments, you're getting likes, you're getting people asking for information, right? And because of that, but because you don't have your sell yet, you still think that you're missing something. So I was like, so let's encourage you, let's give you a goal, and I want you to go attain it this week. Well, then that person kind of, it motivated them. So they said, so yeah, so I am doing the right process. I said, right. So just make the process better. So then the energy shifted. And I know you're going to think like this is bullshit, but like seriously, the energy shifted. And now everything that that person was doing, now there was more energy behind it. There was more emphasis behind it. There was more intention behind it. There was more, golly, I wish I could come up with a word, like just the frequency was higher. And so guess what? It started to catch people's attention more because the videos were more realistic, were more driven, were more kind of like confident, right? There was a confidence in there. There was a belief in there. There was a confidence that you thought this person was very, very into their program or goal or whatever there was, and they were not going to be stopped, right? And that confidence attracted these audience. Then when this person started going live, once again, it attracted the right audience. It attracted these people. It attracted people saying, yo, what are you doing? Because the confidence and the mental shift of saying, no, I got this. It's not that I didn't have it. It's I do have it, but now I'm not really giving it all I got. For instance, I'll give you an example, guys. Imagine if you decide to go to a gym and you want to get bigger biceps, right? And you start curling. Well, you're doing the process to get bigger biceps. Am I right? But if you're not showing up every day, and let's just say you're showing up 3 times a week, for the sake of argument, 3 times a week to work on your biceps. That's plenty of times, right? It's plenty of times to build bigger biceps. So now, are you doing it all the way? Do you have the intention behind it? Or are you just saying, oh, man, this is not working. What else can I do? And then you're out there doing some other crazy fucking exercise, right? When instead, maybe you weren't contracting more. Maybe you weren't giving it really all you got. Maybe when you were supposed to do 10 reps, you did 9 and you tried to get that last one and you were like, oh, no, I can't do it. And so you set it down before you pick it back up and said, no, I'm going to knock out 2 more, right? Who knows what it could be, but I'm saying you didn't put the extra emphasis behind it because you were 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Well, that's where your brain is, right? Your brain is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You say, no, I'm all in, Justin, but how can you be all in when you're doing the process and then you're telling yourself you're missing something? How can you be all in? It's just like multitasking, right? They'll sit there and say, oh, I'm listening to you while I'm writing this email. Are you really? Are you really? Because how can you do that when you have attention going in 2 different places, right? I mean, fair enough. You might get some of the words down. You might get the gist of the conversation down. Some of you brag about multitasking, but are you really giving it all you got? Because otherwise you should be giving that email all the attention and then the person that's talking all the attention to really recollect everything or to really collect all the data, right? Well, it's the same thing. You're taking the action, but your mind is over here. So this is exactly like when we're driving a car in a sense, right? We're driving a car like we could still get to a destination, but it's like, but we're thinking about like you weren't really focused on the road, right? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to get at is that you are probably doing the day-to-day actions. Like some of you are not even doing the day-to-day actions, okay? But some of you are doing the day-to-day actions, but you tell yourself you're missing something. And instead of just tweaking this, right? Like some people say, well, okay, I'm posting these videos. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Okay, great. Well, let's go back to these videos. How can we make these videos better? Because you got the process down. I literally like tell people all the time, like let's just be honest really quick, right? I want you to think about TikTok by itself, just TikTok, right? What else can you do to market on TikTok? You can engage, like, and comment on other people's shit. You can, I guess, repost, which would be another way of engaging. You can make posts. And inside of making posts, you can make, what? You can do duets. You can do your own posts. You can do all that. Then you got stories, and then you have the live feature. So if you think about it, if you really break it down, there's only about 4 things that you can fucking do on TikTok. Now, I understand they got the creativity program and all that stuff. I'm talking about just if you were a marketer trying to get your name out on TikTok, what all could you do? You could post in your stories, you can engage, right? Go like and comment on other people's shit, or you can go live. That's it. So if you're doing these things and it's not working, focus on where you're doing these things wrong. But if you're not doing these things and you're over here looking for, well, maybe if I clear my cache, maybe if I join a fucking growth live, maybe if I do some other crazy crap, like what are you talking about? There's only 4 things that you can do on TikTok to grow a business, and people are doing it. So where do you think the problem lies? You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather you say, okay, I made two videos today, 3 videos today, whatever you want to say. Great. How can I make these better tomorrow? Right? If you just ask yourself that every day, rather than, okay, I'm doing something wrong all the time, right? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, sometimes I don't want you to consistently do the wrong thing, but I'm just saying the mindset shift of you telling your brain that you must be missing something, so you go on this adventure of just thinking that you're missing this and you're looking for all these different game plans compared to, I just need to get better at this. It's a drastic mindset shift. That's why I said when I made the video earlier, when I said I'm going to give you the mindset shift, you're going to roll your eyes, but you're not doing it because you're constantly like this. You're doing the actions, but you're telling yourself this. Some of you who are not doing the actions yet, have you not even gotten started with making money, you're doing the same thing. I'm watching all the people make money, but my mind is telling me I'm fucking scared, right? And then some of you have the nerve to act like you don't know what to fucking do. Really? By now, digital marketing is not hard to understand. It's literally just selling a digital product online. Now, how you get your digital product, there's probably a few different ways for that. You're right. How you go out there and market, there's a few different ways for that. But understanding the concept of getting a digital product, whether you create it yourself or whether you get somebody else's, and then marketing that motherfucker so you can make money, that concept is not hard, right? You get that, right? You get that? All right, if you get that, then you understand digital marketing. Now, we just need to show you how to go get your digital product, show you how to market, and then you need to follow that process. So listen, guys, as of right now, join my coaching app, right? Get in on the 90-day challenge. Start breaking free with the mindset so you can start seeing the money that you desperately want.